Thank you so much for having agreed to
It's my pleasure to be there with all of you.
deliver an opening address.
Yes.
So the first thing we want to hear from you is,
Yes.
what do you think of these three key stakeholders being brought on the common platform of HR Confluence?
So I think it's very important that HR is the centerpiece of any organization. HR is an integral part of the business. It has to understand strategy, it has to understand and make the culture within the organization, and a culture is based on values, and values can differ for each organization depending on the needs of the business. So it's very important for HR to identify the key values which will create the right culture for the organization to succeed. And the CEO and the HR head play a very, very important role in creating that culture. So on the academic side, I think there are a lot of inputs coming in from the academics in terms of what's happening in the environment, what are the changes, what's happening because of technology, the millennials. So the academic side can add value in terms of bringing the outside in terms of how the environment is changing, which is going to make HR a different way of doing things compared to the past. So I'm very happy that all three stakeholders, the CEO, the HR head, and the academicians, are getting together in this forum and ideating what is the way forward for HR, because each of them is a very, very important stakeholder and they can add value substantially to the HR journey.
Thank you so much, sir. Marico, in a sense, presents kind of an example for many other corporates, how HR has moved up in terms of value chain. For others, which are still along the way,
yes,
what would be your advice to take HR to the next level?
So I think first of all, HR has to be the centerpiece in terms of what's happening, and it has to be part of the top management team of the CEO. I've seen many entrepreneurs, CEOs not taking HR seriously, and that's not right. Actually, when Marico was formed in the year 1990, the first person I recruited was HR head, because with his help we were able to recruit very good talent. And today there is a war for talent. So HR, because of its networks, can play a very important role. But I think talent attraction is just not HR role. It is the role of each and every function. And there is a war for talent. HR, ultimately the HR role is to play a catalytic role, whether it is attracting, retaining talent, or creating a culture, or even firing a person. Ultimately the line has to do that. HR can help line how to do it, but I think ultimately line has to do it. So HR is a very important catalytic role in any organization, and it has to be a part of a CEO's top agenda and a part of his top team. Then only it will take deeper roots, and it can ultimately lead to a source of competitive advantage by creating the right culture through identifying the right values, by recruiting the right talent, fitting them into the roles based on their strengths, and also leveraging all the changes which are happening in the environment, like the millennials, like the role of technology. So I think it's a very complex role. The role has become complex over a period of time, and in today's world, I think HR has to take this challenge up so that they are far more effective in this highly competitive, complex world.
Thank you so much, sir, and we are looking forward to listening to you at the HR Confluence.
Okay.
Thank you so much.